The state is asking for a modification of child and medical support, as well as a confirmation of arrearages, if there are any. We are looking to confirm arrears at the end of the month prior to the start of this modification and set appropriate repayment for arrears, if any. Child support arrears as of September 30th, 2024 are currently show is $39 with an appropriate repayment of $5 per month. And then the medical support arrears as of the same date are $273.40 with an appropriate repayment of $56 per month, either of which could be covered by a lump sum by a date the court provides, if the court prefers. The testimony will show the child is currently on government medical. The parents do not appear to be in agreement about this. The testimony will show that there is private medical available at a cost of less than 9% of the non-custodial parent's income. That number comes out to be $342.15. We are looking for a judgment on arrears as of the 30th of September 2024. And the state has calculated that the child support would be modified to $897 if the child remains on government medical, and at $880 if the child were to receive private coverage.
All right, then. So this is a straight out dispute on support and possibly health insurance coverage.
That is correct, Judge.
All right, then, guys. All right, here's the deal, folks. The math's the math. Let's figure out what we got here, and the court will. If someone's asking for something different than guidelines, then the court will, that falls on them to show the court why that's necessary and why it's in the best interest of the child. And the other item is I'll have the state ask specific questions about the health insurance circumstance. My understanding is that there's government insurance involved, and as long as the child is on that, the court can either set it up as a repayment or order dad to go ahead and get health insurance, but mom is obviously able to keep that health insurance if that's what she has, if it's Medicaid, and the court won't order reimbursement and let dad's insurance be secondary. But there are options under that circumstance. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and get some testimony, and let's see what the differences are at this point. So at this time, I'll ask both parties to raise your right hands, please, and ma'am, you need to unmute yourself.
Sorry.
No problem. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will help you?
Yes.
All right. You're both officially under oath, and I'm going to let the state call you both as individual witnesses. At the end of the hearing, if there's anything either of you think I need to know that didn't come out in the testimony from the questioning of the state, I'll allow you to tell the court that information so long as it's relevant. And we'll get that taken care of, because technically you represent yourself. So if there's something that the state missed, you can tell the court that information. So you may proceed at this time, Mr. Gwynn. Thank you.
The state would like to call Mary Owens.
Yes.
Ma'am, state your full name for the record, please.
Mary Catherine Owens.
All right. Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Gwynn.
And what is the name of the child that we are here on?
Braden Thomas Krauskoff.
Okay. And how old is Braden?
Braden just turned 9. February.
And are you requesting guideline child support?
I am.
Okay, and you understand the amounts that the state mentioned as to what the child support would be on either, depending on the medical coverage provided for the child?
Correct.
Okay, and you're in agreement with those numbers, correct? Okay, and how is the child currently receiving medical coverage?
I have him on Medicaid.
Okay, and do you have a preference as to the child's medical coverage?
I don't have a preference. What I have a concern with is that because he is a special needs child, there are certain providers that do not accept Medicaid, or they put you on a longer waiting list for it. And if it's possible to have a private insurance that would get pushed through quicker, that's what I would hope that he could have.
Okay. And you say that the child has some disability or special needs. What kind of special needs are those?
He's a nonverbal heart baby who has Down syndrome and autism.
Okay, so he's nonverbal.
Sensory disorders, eating disorders.
Okay,
Real quick, ma'am, the Medicaid the child has, he has that in his own right, or is that something that you got through the state separate and apart? Because it sounds like he had his own. This may be something he's getting based on his disabilities.
I applied for it. It's in his own, it's in his name, but I had to apply for it.
Okay, so is he getting SSI at all?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Gwen, I don't think cash medical is even appropriate on this one because again, the child gets the benefits based on his own disability and not just being meet the criteria for Medicaid. So but again, so I'll be looking at getting some testimony from Dad on having him do the supplement. So, but that's the way that needs to be set up, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And you were wanting to increase the support from with a start date of the 1st of October of last year, 2024?
Correct. That was when I was eligible after the 3-year waiting period to modify child support.
Okay. No further questions for this witness at this time, Judge.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. I'll be back in just a moment. Call your next witness, please.
All right, state would like to call Joseph Krauskopf.
All right, sir, state your full name for the record.
Joseph Ron Krauskopf.
All right, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Gwen.
And Mr. Krauskopf, you understand the guideline child support is calculated by the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you heard that in the opening. Now, you want to vary from that guideline child support, correct?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
The way that I'm paid, I was asking for a compromised amount because I'm guaranteed 42,000 throughout the year as a base. I mean, that's my base pay throughout the year, and then at the end of the year, I'm paid on bonuses, and I do not know the amount of that every year. And I do know that we have to go back the last 2 years of what I made and do a calculation off of that. And I was asking for a compromised amount because I'm not paid this monthly throughout the year, the amount that is for the full year. So I was asking for a compromise amount of $600 a month and then a lump sum at the end of the year of $35.64, which would be the calculations of the balance of what the difference would be and what the child support calculation is per month. I know that I'm liable for that. And going back to the arrears that you stated in the beginning, I wasn't aware that I had any
Okay,
kind
so,
of
sir, that's okay. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
clerical thing. It comes.
Yeah.
It depends on you paid and it came in. So when they tell me everything's
Okay, I got you.
a couple $100, then yeah, that's just
Yeah.
the calendar working there. So not a problem, sir. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, I submitted the letter from my employer that showed that what I made throughout the year and the way that I'm paid. And then, and like I said, I would like to play a lump sum. I mean, it's hard for me to come up with that. I mean, what they're showing as far as numbers is $897 a month on child support, $259 on the Medicare reimbursement. So that's $1,156 a month.
Okay, sir. I'm just stopped. I'm getting ready to stop the Medicare reimbursement because it's the child gets Medicare and not Medicaid. Okay.
No, he gets Medicaid.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's Medicaid. I'm sorry. It's Medicaid, but yeah, I'm sorry. He's not a senior citizen, but he gets it based on his own disability, sir. So that's there's two types of Medicaid, and one of them is where low income Medicaid, and one is for people who are actually disabled, and your child's disability, he gets his Medicaid. So I'm looking at stopping the Medicaid amount, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So $897, and like I said, I would like to do a compromise. I know I'm responsible for the rest of that at the end of the year. That allows me to save. So that's the only reason that I'm here is asking for that. And then I know we're talking about this issue right now, but then there's some issues with the visitation.
Okay, so right now, I'm sorry, sir. Right now, the only pleadings I have before the court are dealing with child support, sir. If there's a visitation issue or a visitation problem, we can't, that can't be brought up
Okay.
today because
Okay.
it wasn't officially noticed to Ms. Owens that there was a problem. So, you know.
Okay, yeah, yeah, and I got you. Okay, um, yeah, and as far as medical records, I have not received any medical records when asked from her.
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
barely
ma'am,
got,
don't interrupt. Okay. It's okay. Again, sir, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Thank you.
well, I mean, I'm just saying that just so you kind of know, I would like to cooperate with Chrissy because of Braden, you know, and I get him on the first, third, fifth, every Thursday, like I should, summer visitation, all of that. I've been involved in his life, and you know, as far as getting information from her, she's not cooperative. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor,
Again,
objection as to
sir.
relevance.
Okay.
okay.
Again, sir, here's the deal. All right, I'll do some things in my closing, but for right now, again, sir, right now I'm just looking at child support and
Okay.
how to set this up, and based on how you get paid and how often you get paid,
Yes,
and how you get your money. So it's your testimony now that you get obviously you get a monthly amount, but you get an annual bonus, and you're asking the court to order a annual payment based on that bonus to go along
yes.
with your regular child support instead of averaging it out over the whole 12 months. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, you any other questions of the witness, Mr. Gwynn?
Well, first off, just to establish, there is private insurance that is available to you at a cost of, or available for the child at a cost of, I'm sorry, I lost my note, of $342.15.
Sir, do you, the question was to you, sir. Do you have health insurance available that,
Yeah, as of when I checked in it on July through, if I go through my work, the last amount that I received from my work, unless it's increased this, then as of July was $342.15 a month. It would be what it would cost me to put him on my work insurance.
And also, as an aside to the court, the state would like to note that without a cash medical reimbursement, that would change the child support obligation for guideline to be $949 per
I'm
month.
definitely looking at ordering dad to go ahead and put the child on health insurance based on the testimony I heard from mom saying that there'd be something that she would like, and the fact that the child's on his own disability. So I probably am looking at dad. Ordering dad to go ahead and place the child on health insurance, and you don't have to wait for for open enrollment with a court order, sir. So I'll let the state I'll let you go along and ask some questions, Mr. Kroskoff, if he's okay with that, or if he has any questions about that. Thank you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that last sentence, Judge? I'm not sure I heard
I'm
you
sorry.
there.
All right, I'm looking at ordering dad to go ahead and maintain health insurance, and I'm looking at ordering him to do that from day one as part of this court order. So I need to, and so you need to work and see what the math is based on that, and see whether or not the father is in objection to it with any questions. Thank you.
All right.
All right, well, I'll ask you because that was kind of convoluted. Here's the deal, sir. Again, the child gets his own Medicaid based on his disability. As part of the child support order, it's your responsibility to also maintain health insurance. If you've got health insurance available to your employer, I'm looking at ordering you to pay. Go ahead and place your child on that health insurance, and it can act either as primary or secondary. However, Medicaid wants to handle it. Probably going to make Medicaid secondary and make you primary. That's the way the government works these days. But I'm looking at going ahead and ordering that, sir. Is there a problem with that, sir? Or do you have an objection to that? And if you do, what's your objection?
I mean, well, I mean, the objection is I don't know. He's not on. I don't see any medical records. I don't know that he's on any kind of medication, or I don't know anything about his therapy because there's no communication. And I know we're talking about just the money here today.
Okay, here's
But
there,
I
sir.
don't know why he would need a secondary insurance, you know.
Well, I'm ordering it, sir. So
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's part of your child support obligation, sir. So, and again, the taxpayers of the United States of America are taking care of your child for you. So yeah, you need to chip in. So I'm not trying to be facetious, sir, but
No, but the have I not, has that not been taken out? I mean, the
Now,
medical for,
now, my understanding, you've been paying cash medical, sir, and I think the state just assumed that it was regular Medicaid. You know, Medicaid that was based on economic need, not on Medicaid that was granted to the child based on this child on disability. Your child gets SSI each month, and insurance goes along with that. So there's no charge. We don't order reimbursement through child support on that, but you're still under the obligation to maintain health insurance, sir. You've got it through your work, and of course, looking at ordering you to do that. Now, your order, sir, gives you you do not need the mother's permission to go get a copy of the child's medical records or get anything like that. You have that absolute right under your court order, and you could always show your court order at any doctor or anything like that. Now, the mother is ordered under that court order under certain circumstances to let you know what the medical circumstances of the child are, especially if it's an emergency one. And she's also ordered to give you any and all requests for reimbursement within a certain time. And that's all in your prior court order. So again, sir, I know you're not a lawyer. That prior court order is what, 15, 16 pages long. It's got a lot of legalese in it. And short of it might be a good idea, sir, sometimes when you think you can afford it, to at least go get a consultation and have a lawyer explain to you what all your rights are under that court order. I can't give you legal advice. The state can't give you legal advice, but a consulting attorney can. All right.
yes, sir.
All right. Next question, Mr. Gwynn.
And the bonuses you had previously mentioned, you've received those for the past 4 to 5 years, correct?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Probably 3
Okay.
to 4, yeah.
And you understand, based on the math, that the child support obligation would become $949 beginning on October 1st, 2024 through
All
March
right, I'm
1st.
sorry, Mr. Green. I thought it was if I order him to maintain health insurance, I thought his child support would be $880.
That is correct. That would start on April 1st, however. Am I correct,
Okay.
Judge?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And then beginning with April 1st of 2025, this year would become $880. You understand that, correct?
Well, I understand what
I'm still thinking it's going to be $880, sir, because he's paid the cash medical during that time frame, has he not? I know the new child support amount would start. I'm obligated to start the new child support amount the first day after the service, first day of the month after the service, based on that. But based on that, also same time frame, he was ordered to pay cash medical during that time frame, and so long as he's made his cash medical payments during that time frame, it would not go up to the higher amount without cash medical.
Okay, and I think the concern was that he had not paid the rate based on the current income. With child support being modified, the medical support would likewise, the math on that would likewise be affected.
Okay. All right, then go ahead, but I'll rule on that specifically, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And I believe, other than asking the court to note that a FINA or financial document was sent, is in the court record.
There we go. The parties were actually served with a copy of the FINA. Do you have an updated FINA at this time? Or the FINA that was attached to the pleadings? Let me see when it ended. Okay, let's just bring it. Thank you. Because the FINA I have ends in as of the technically the 31st day of July of last year. So yeah, just a second. Blenda's bringing the most current. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Then other than that, I have no further questions for this particular witness at this time.
Okay. I've been doing this for a few years, and I never had anyone request me to make part of the child support payment as a lump sum based on an annual bonus. But that's That's probably doable one way or the other based on but it would be based on your last, on the current thing, on the current amount as of the last bonuser, and that will be it going forward. If I did that, it would be it going forward for the next three, up to possibly 3 years. So again, that's kind of problematic. We usually like to spread that out over the entire 12-month time frame. But I don't see a legal reason why I couldn't do that. But again, I've never done it. So I would want to double check to make sure I could do that. I've been a lawyer for years, and we've done lump sum things for all kind of things before, but this is just something a little unusual for the request. Well, your request is something a little bit unusual, and that's just not normally done here. So I would want to double check make sure that the court would actually have the authority to do that as a lump sum and not spread it out. But I would probably take that part under advisement. But I'll go ahead at this time, sir, and allow you to ask any other questions or make any and then I'm going to allow the state to come back and ask any questions of either of you at this time. So at this point, sir, anything else you're asking me to do? Any other questions you have, sir?
Sir, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying, sir. I mean, I make 42,000. I've sent both check stubs, copies
sir.
of my checks and all that in. If I could, if I can do the 600, which is even a little bit more than the 42, and then do the balance of 3564, I do know I will be held liable for that. That allows me to save throughout the year with my monthly income throughout the year. This is obviously going to be a big. It's going to be hard, So, and that's all I'm asking, sir. So as far as questions, no, sir.
All right, sir. When do you get your bonus each year?
Usually right around Christmas. December 31st.
It's an annual end of the year bonus, correct?
Yes, sir. What's that?
Okay, it's an annual end of the year bonus.
It is. It's not guaranteed, and that's the
I know, sir, but it is. But since you got you,
yeah.
I can only go with what's happened.
Yes.
If it changes in the future, obviously you have the right to come back in and ask the court to consider what your new income is at that point. So yes, sir.
Yes, and sir, with that being said in there, as a lump sum, I know that I can get on there, and if I get money throughout the year, I will pay towards that lump sum before, and I know. I mean, I have not, the record shows that, I've paid my child support to this point.
All right, sir. Again, technically it's a legal, it's technically a legal, a legitimate request that it's just, like I say, it just never popped up before. So anyway, I'm going to take that under advisement. In fact, I'm probably going to send a couple of emails out to my fellow judges to see if everybody else ever does that. We do lump sums for all kinds of things, other things, but I've never had it done based on child support and a bonus amount. So again, not a problem, sir, but I will take that part under advisement and get a ruling out on that ASAP. But that's what I'm looking at doing. But I'm getting ready to give Mom the opportunity to tell the court anything else she thinks I need to know. And and again, ma'am, I'm looking at going ahead and order Dad to start the health insurance as part of the court order, and get you the necessary, and in the order it gives you all the necessary cards and everything. He has a deadline to get those to you. And of course, again, under the order, if you ask for any type of reimbursement, you have so many days to send him the bill and the request for unreimbursed medical expenses, that sort of thing. So, ma'am, I'm gonna start with you. Questions or comments, ma'am? You're muted, ma'am. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. So.
You want me to take a lump sum child support at the end of the year? I can't lump sum all my bills or anything else throughout the year. And he has a brand new truck, and last year.
Ma'am, that's not what's your comment? Okay, go ahead. Finish
my
up.
comment is I don't want the money at the end of the year because I can't guarantee that he's going to give me whatever his his bonus was. And it hasn't been 4 years. He's been getting them for years. And if we would
stop. It's a reasonable request. I'm going to take it under advisement, and I get to make the decision here. All right, because he gets that money once a year. Obviously, you're correct. He gets the bonus once a year.
Correct.
Okay, and I can make it's all part of child support, and I don't see a legal reason why I couldn't do it. If there is a legal reason why I couldn't do it, then I'll do it like that. But the bottom line is, ma'am, It's something. It is a reasonable request because he gets this. He gets the other money all during the year, and you're going to get your percentage of that money that he gets each month. Correct. So it is a reasonable request. But you may continue, ma'am. Thank you.
Had he provided that information when we first set these orders, the child support would have been at probably at this amount right now, because back in 2020 and 21, when the housing boom started, everything was higher. He made more money.
Yes, ma'am.
And he will continue to make more money because Bell County, it continues to grow.
Yes, ma'am. But again, I can only take a snapshot in time. I only could do the math on what the math is right here today, ma'am.
Understand?
All right. Any other questions, ma'am?
No.
All right. All right, Mr. Gwynn, any question of either party?
Not of either party at this time. The state would like to know, however, I ran the math, and keeping the medical support from the prior order, that would guideline the obligation starting on 10/1/2024 would become $922, with it converting to $880 with Mr. Krauskopf carrying medical starting on April 1st of 2025.
All right, and based on the state's calculations, as far as the math's concerned, the bonus that the average bonus amount, I'm sorry, did you average over the last 3 years, or did you just average the bonus amount for last year? And when you're doing your calculations, what was included? The bonus, did you do a yearly average for a while, or just the average, or just the bonus that was done for 2024?
It was the last 3 years.
Okay, and do you know what could you tell the court what the average was over the last 3 years for those bonuses, please?
I would need to find that information for you, Judge. Sorry, it's not immediately at my fingertips.
All right, and again, folks, this is, like I said, this is not something we do normally. And sir, there's a good chance that I'm going to say, let's go ahead and pay it monthly, okay? Because again, it is technically due then, but again, your request is reasonable, and it's just something I never been requested before, and I'll double check to see one way or the other if I can do it one way or the other. All right, so. And Mr. Gwynn, if you want to go ahead and just get me that information within the next 24 hours, by Monday, I'll appreciate it. Okay, you don't have to do it right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, take this under advisement. Again, mom wants the money all on a monthly basis, sir. You want to do a lump sum? I'll figure out if I can do it one way or the other. But don't be surprised if it's on the monthly basis, because that's the way it's normally done, sir. Okay, so.
Thank you.
All right, then. Is there anything else at this time, Mr. Gwynn?
No, Judge, not at this time.
All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and obviously I'm going to grant the modification. I'm definitely going to go ahead and order the father to maintain the health insurance, sir. You'll have, I'm not sure what Mr. Gwynn, what's the deadline on I usually make it, it has to be done within the next 30 days. That's the way I normally do it when I make when I render on the record. Is that the norm on your order?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm not sure I understood the question.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and make it part of the order that the dad has from 30 days from the court signing the order to get the health insurance set up through his employer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Once I sign the family order, I'll go ahead and then he has 5 business days to get the mom the necessary cards and information so she can use it. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right, then, and I'm going to go ahead and ask you to get me that data on by that's this coming Monday, and I will go ahead and once I get the data, I'll go ahead and confirm whether or not I'm going to do this on a monthly or a lump sum amount. Again, it's just like I said, it's a reasonable request, but it may not be something I can do one way or the other. The math may not work out. So anyway, I'll double check and I'll make that ruling as by Monday evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so again, new child support amounts of $880 a month starts the first day of April. Again, sir, mom was entitled to finding what the child support should have been starting after the first day after service. So the court will be granting child support of $921 for the month of you said starting on the 1st of September to the 1st of October, Mr. Gwynn.
Starting on October.
Okay, so 921, the 1st of October. So that's October, November, December, January, February, March, and March. So for that's 6 months of time frame. And the court will go ahead and make a ruling as far as the tell you what, I'm sorry, the 880. I'm sorry, I knew that was messing up somewhere. The 880, the court will confirm whether or not that will be the new child support amount starting April 1st by this Monday at 5 p.m. or whether or not I'm going to do the difference and give dad the lump sum that he's requesting. All right.
And then I believe you said 921, Judge. The number that the state had come up with is 922.
Oh, sorry. All right. Yes, I missed it. All right, 922. Got it. Okay, thank you.
Sir, do you mind if I ask a question?
Yes, sir. What's your question?
That would be 922 starting in September, but that would what I've currently been paying in child support will be deducted from that amount, correct?
Yes, sir. You'll get credit for what you've paid during that time frame, sir. The difference, the only thing is that you would owe, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. All right. Anything else, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, ma'am?
No.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Gwynn?
There's not, Judge.
All right. Thank you all very much. And Mr. Gwynn, like I said, you get that to Belinda by Monday, and I'll get that right back to you. Okay.
And I'm sorry, the arrears confirmed as of 09/30/2024 with repayment. Do you have a ruling on that?
I'm not going to order repayment on those small amounts, sir. Again, it sounds clerical. Just I'll tell you what, go ahead and order repayment at $5 each on both of them, okay? Because again, the map's going to change over the time frame. And again, it's such a small amount that yeah, I don't usually even order repayment judgments on anything that low, sir. So, but go ahead.
Understood, Judge.
Go ahead and order repayment at $5, and we'll see how it comes out.
I'll pay it. I'll pay it in the lumps. I mean, I'll pay that. That ain't no.
Okay, again, sir, that was.
I had no idea it was even out there. So,
well, that was as of that date, but again, it may be different today. So, but you can go ahead and pay that lump sum if you want to, sir. No matter what, you'll put you at least they'll make it even or ahead. All right.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
One other question, just real quick. I'm sorry. As far as the visitation deal, I'll file that with the district attorney's office. Is that correct?
No, sir. I can't give you legal advice. This is a civil matter.
Oh, okay.
The district attorney, you would need to go talk to your own legal
lawyer,
counsel or figure out how you want to do anything. But obviously, anything dealing with this case can be updated or modified until the child turns 18. And if the child's going to need special needs care after the age of 18.
Already planned it.
Okay, so yeah, you need to start getting something done about that 15th, 16th birthday. That way there's a smooth transition, okay?
Gotcha.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, and we're off the record. But are the parties free to go, Mr. Gwynn? Since there's no order to do right now?
I believe so then, Judge.
All right, y'all both free to go, man, folks. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You too.
And Your Honor, that was the last of our hearings today.
All right, everybody's free to rock and roll then.
And Judge, for that ruling for the hearing we just did,
yeah,
and I will try to get you the information on those bonuses before days end. But did you want to? Do I need to do a reset from today, or were you going to send that via email? What was your preference?
I'll do it by email, but go ahead and do a reset, and that's a Bell County case, so put it on next week's. Do a reset order technically for. Let's see, I'm in April now. Let me get back to March. Yeah, do a reset for the 27th just to make sure it doesn't fall through the cracks. Okay.
Good.
All right. All right. Again, like I said, I never had somebody ask for that before, but it's something reasonable. He gets that money one time a year, so I've set up things like that as a private attorney for years. Once the money comes in, then you got to make the payment. So we'll see whether or not any of my fellow associate judges has ever done this on a child support case. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Everybody's free to go, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
Your
weekend,
Honor.
Judge.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
All right, you too now.